It's your girl, Mercedes Jackson, and I'm turning political drama into everyday tea. So we know they're still going back and forth trying to take Black history out of American history and not trying to teach Black history in the schools, which they already halfway don't teach Black history anyway, because if they did, we would know about the Tulsa Massacre, we would know about the Elaine Massacre, the Indians' history, and more. But you want to know why they don't want to put other people's history that happened in America? Because they don't want to show how savage white people really were, how they were thieves, how they were culture vultures. They didn't have no culture. Their culture is literally taking over other people's shit. That's their culture. Their culture is to take and conquer other people's shit. And so they don't want people to learn or know how deep rooted white people have done all this fucked up shit, all this racist ass shit to all different ethnicities, from Asians to the Indians to the Black peoples to the Latinos. I mean, we seeing the Latinos, their history right now as we speak. But that is the real reason they don't want other people's history in the American history, even though it is American history. It's just not going to paint them in a good light, because they will have to see and show how deep rooted in the system racism is alive and still to this day. And everybody says we try to make everything about race, when actually everything is about race. Everything is about race because it was built off of racism. So that is the real reason they don't want other people's history in American history, even though it's American history. They don't want to show how vile and savages and thieves and hoods they were. Culture vultures, as I would say. That's the real reason. So we have to continue to fight to make sure everybody's history is in American history, because it cannot be continued to be stolen and hid. As an example, Tom Hanks, in a recent interview, he stated he just learned about the Tulsa Massacre, and it actually made him very upset that he just learned about this, because he said, why was this not taught in history? Why was this not taught in history? And he was upset. He a white man. He didn't know. How many Black people didn't even know about the Tulsa Massacre? I didn't find out until maybe college, because it was something that wasn't taught. And the only reason I learned about it because I went to a HBCU, which they're trying to defund HBCUs as well. We can't even get a place where we educate ourselves about our history, because they don't want us to know the history. They don't want us to know the history that they did against us. So we can not blame them anymore. But the reason we are behind is because of white people. Systematic oppression runs very, very deep, as you know. I'm Mercedes Jackson, and you're watching Mercedes in Politics.